Ever feel like you're just drowning in information? Wishing you could just, grab the important bits quickly.
Oh, definitely. Like finding the highlights reel.
Exactly. And that's what we're doing today. You've shared some fascinating material with us, and we're going to really dig in, pull out those key insights just for you.
And hopefully make it clear, not more confusing. That's the plan.
Right. So what do we got today? We're looking at a recording, I think it was from a webathon.
Yeah, focusing on business tools. This is within the context of IndusViva, a direct selling company.
And our mission, basically, is to figure out why these tools are such a big deal for them.
Yeah, why they matter, what they actually are, and importantly, how they recommend using them.
So you get the full picture, but without the headache.
Precisely. Quick and thorough understanding.
And guiding us through this, we've got our expert here, ready to shine a light on what's really significant.
Happy to help map it out.
Okay, let's jump in. Prem Kumar kicks things off, really stressing the importance of these tools, doesn't he? He uses some interesting analogies.
He really does. Starts with a South Indian saying...
What does that mean exactly?
Well, it translates roughly to a knowledgeable person can even make grass their weapon.
Ah, okay. So resourcefulness.
Exactly. It suggests that even simple things, in the right hands with the right knowledge, become powerful tools. It kind of sets the stage.
Like knowing how to use what's available.
Right. It's not just having any tool, but the right approach. Think a surgeon versus someone with just a knife. Both cut, but one specialized, precise.
That's a good way to put it. Then he uses that flat tire analogy. We've all been there.
Totally. Stranded, frustrated. Then the mechanic rolls up with the toolkit.
And bam, sorted in minutes.
Right. Without those specific tools, you'd be there for ages, struggling. It shows how tools bring efficiency, professionalism even.
Professionalism, yeah. That's fumbling around.
You get more done with less wasted effort.
He even mentioned a coconut vendor.
Yeah, how they have specific tools for each step. Getting it down, opening it, scraping it out. It just, hammers home that idea. Right tool, right task.
Okay, so the core message for IndusViva people is, why tools?
It boils down to professionalism, really. In direct selling, interacting with people, sharing info, tools are essential aids.
Right, so it's not just about your personal charm or whatever.
Exactly. You need something tangible, which leads to the next big point. Trust.
Ah, trust. That's huge.
Definitely. Prem Kumar points out people are naturally a bit skeptical. It's just, how we're wired.
Makes sense. You hear a claim, you want proof.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So instead of just telling someone this product is great or this business works, you show them. You use the tools for sure, data, whatever.
It overcomes that doubt barrier.
It does. He even compares it to being back in school,
Oh.
How you'd keep asking the teacher questions until you got it.
Yeah, until the doubt was gone.
It's that same need for clarity, for verification, especially, he says, when you're talking to, really intelligent or informed people.
You want facts, not just your opinion.
Absolutely. Opinions don't cut it. You need the facts. And he said something interesting about doubt.
Oh, yeah.
That even if someone is, say, 99% convinced, but there's that tiny 1% of doubt, that 1% can actually cancel everything out, it becomes effectively 100% doubt.
Wow. Okay, so that really highlights why having solid proof, those tools, is so critical. No room for that lingering doubt.
Exactly.
All right, so we get the why. Super important. Now, what are these tools? Sounds like a mix, physical and digital.
That's right. Let's start with the physical stuff. He mentions product brochures first.
Standard stuff for retail, makes sense, gives people something to take away.
Yep, all the product details. Then there's the executive planner.
Which sounds like more than just a diary.
Oh, yeah. It's got company history, milestones, their track record, basically. Proof of stability, maybe.
Okay, like a company CV.
Sort of. But also space for planning your own business activities, so practical too.
Gotcha. And friend charts. I can see those being useful.
Definitely. For explaining the business plan visually, right? In meetings or one-on-ones. Breaks down complex info.
Makes it easier to follow. He also listed a Viva retailer hot list. And a receipt book.
Receipt book is straightforward, yeah. The hot list sounds like a way for retailers to prioritize leads, focus their efforts.
Okay, managing contacts. Now, the compliance book, he compared it to the Indian Constitution. That sounds pretty serious.
It does. It suggests it's the rule book, basically. Company policies, procedures, rights, responsibilities.
So it builds credibility, shows they're transparent and follow rules.
That seems to be the idea. Fosters trust by showing structure and guidelines.
And lastly, physically, a direct selling booklet.
Yeah, covering the industry's growth in India, regulations, that kind of thing. Gives broader context.
Useful if people have questions about direct selling itself, not just IndusViva.
Exactly. It helps position the whole industry, especially for newcomers. Okay, so that's the physical kit. Now, the digital side.
Which obviously starts with digital versions of those brochures, right?
Oy.
Easy to share online.
Correct. And product pictures formatted nicely for phones, laptops, tablets.
With ingredients and tips, maybe.
Yeah, quick, shareable info nuggets. Very handy.
And videos, product demos, tutorials.
Yeah.
You mentioned Dr. Manjeet Badi.
He did, yeah. Expert explanations. Videos can be really powerful, right? More engaging than just text sometimes.
Definitely. What else on the video front?
Event videos are apparently a big one. Star summits, town halls, anniversary events.
Social proof. Showing lots of people involved, celebrating success.
Exactly. It can be very persuasive, creates a buzz, shows validation.
And then just other videos.
Yeah, things like speeches from leaders, messages from the CEO or chairman.
More about vision, motivation, company direction.
Seems like it. Building confidence in the leadership and the future.
Okay, so it's a pretty comprehensive toolkit, physical and digital. Now, the crucial bit, how do they say to use them effectively?
Right, the practical application. Prem Kumar's big thing is, someone asks the question, don't just talk. Reach for a tool.
Immediately think, which tool answers this?
Yes. He gives a great example. Questions about company trips.
Instead of just saying, yeah, we do trips.
Show the photos in the executive planner from past trips. He even mentions a specific upcoming trip to Thailand, like, look, 1,500 plus people are going.
And show videos from old trips, too.
Exactly. Concrete, visual proof. Way better than just words.
So much more convincing. Same logic for income questions.
Yep. Don't just say you can make money. Show bank statements. Show the virtual office earnings.
Wow, that's direct.
It is. He even mentions explaining things like TDS deductions, tax deducted at source. It shows transparency, builds trust.
Cuts right through the skepticism. Okay.
So it's about replacing hearsay with hard evidence. And he stresses always having both physical and digital tools with you.
Be ready. And be quick to share the digital stuff, like videos right after a chat.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot, basically. Send that relevant video link straight away.
He also mentioned something about a closed lid, recognizing when someone isn't receptive.
Ah, yeah, the closed lid analogy, like trying to pour water into a bottle with the cap on.
Right. It's pointless if they're not open to listening.
Exactly. If you sense that resistance, that disengagement.
Don't just keep talking at them.
No. He suggests changing tack, ask questions instead, try to understand their view, maybe gently pry that lid open.
Engage them. Don't just broadcast. That makes sense.
It's about creating a dialogue.
Oh, that was a good one. Someone handing out brochures in a park. One gets tossed aside.
But someone else picks it up later.
And that person eventually becomes a sapphire in the company, a top earner.
No way. Just from a discarded brochure.
Crazy, right? It just shows the unpredictable power of these tools. You never know where they'll end up or who they'll reach. Wow. Talk about unexpected consequences.
It really underlines the value of just getting the information out there, using the tools.
Okay, so wrapping up the how. Be professional, use tools for proof, always have them handy, know when to shift approach, and understand their potential reach.
That sums it up nicely. It's about moving from opinion to documented fact. That's key for credibility.
Right. Okay, let's try and pull this all together for you, our listener. What's the main thing to take away from this deep dive?
Well, I think the core idea is universal, really. Just like any pro needs their kit, understanding and using your available resources, your tools can seriously boost how well you learn, understand, and share info, whatever your field.
And the focus here on actual proof, on documented facts.
Yeah, that really taps into that basic need we all have to feel properly informed, you know, to trust the information we get.
Definitely. Was there anything that particularly jumped out at you? A surprise or an aha moment?
For me, honestly, it was that discarded brochure story.
Yeah, that was wild.
It just makes you think, doesn't it? The unexpected potential of just putting information out there, you just don't know the ripple effects.
True. And thinking about our goal here, understanding stuff quickly but thoroughly, avoiding overload. How did this session help with that?
I think breaking it down helped. You know, the why, the what, the how, clear categories.
Using the examples and analogies.
Yeah, those make it stick, I think. It gives structure to understanding this specific topic business tools in this context without it just being a data dump.
Cool. Okay, final thought then, something for you to chew on.
Go on.
Think about the tools you use in your job, your hobbies, whatever you're into. Are you really using them effectively?
to understand things better, to communicate.
Yeah. Could you be more intentional, more strategic about using those resources? What might that unlock for you?
That's a good question. Could a different approach to my tools lead to new insights? Or maybe more success? Definitely something to ponder.